Hi guys, welcome to Your Earthy Black Girl. This is your host Sanaa, also known as Your Earthy Black Girl, and that had to take a little bit to get adjusting to. If you guys don't notice, I changed the name, and the reason is because, not gonna lie, when I first started the podcast, I did not even check to see if there was anybody else that had the same name as me. Out of breath, but I didn't even check to see if there was somebody with the same name as me. And so when I was going on YouTube trying to make my name That Earthy Black Girl, it was like, oh, this name's taken. And I was like, well, that's humbling. So then I was like, what can I change it to? And Your Earthy Black Girl was an option. And I feel like it makes more sense because it's like, this is your host Sanaa, also known as Your Earthy Black Girl. I feel like both of them make sense, but I like this one. And yeah, so that's what we're going to change it to. Hope no one was too attached to That Earthy Black Girl, because we are Your Earthy Black Girl now. And I feel like it gives a more personal approach now, because it's like, I'm yours and you're mine, you know what I mean? That's so cute. But anyways, today I'm going to talk about something that's kind of vulnerable for me. Like, you guys might listen to it or look at the title and be like, girl, it happens to the best of us. Like, it's not that serious. But for me, it's a little bit of a vulnerable subject because of everything that I preached on this podcast before. And to come out and say, that I didn't follow my own advice, that is kind of vulnerable, but I want you guys to know that I'm not perfect, and we're all human, we all make mistakes, and it's really what you take away from every single experience and the lessons that you walk away with that matters. Because let me tell you guys, as you all know, I went through a breakup a month, 2 months ago, basically 2 months, coming up on 2 months ago. And after, I was like, oh, woo-saw, cool, healing, whatever. Well, okay, after the initial heartbreak, then I was like, okay, cool, woo-saw, whatever. Then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being a lover girl. Forget that. It hasn't worked out in the past, so why should I keep being a lover girl? If I know I'm not gonna get into another relationship, then why not be a lover girl? Be nonchalant. I know. I don't know what I was thinking. But it's okay because it's a learning experience. And basically, I just kind of went through life with that YOLO mindset and just not really caring or trying to tell myself that I didn't care. I definitely still cared, but I'm just trying to tell myself and teach myself how to be nonchalant and how to basically unlover girl myself and just not care about these people, these guys, just not really care, not attach myself and not get hurt and not fall in love and whatever. And that was for a cool 2-3 weeks. I don't really know. The time doesn't really matter. It was all blurring together. But yeah, so I definitely tried that out. But even as I was saying, oh, I'm nonchalant, or when I'm talking to this guy, I'm gonna do it in a nonchalant way and I'm not gonna get attached and this and this, I was still getting attached. I was still that's my husband. I'm a lover girl at heart, and that's all I'm gonna be, and I'm okay with that. I have never ever let a heartbreak change the person I am before, and I was testing out the waters this time, I guess, and it definitely did teach me that lesson. Don't let people change you. Don't let the love that you give to somebody, and if they don't give it back, don't let that be the reason that you turn cold. And especially because I always tell myself, throughout this whole nonchalant era, I was like, okay, if it hurts somebody else, I'm not doing it. Whatever I do, it's going to be as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else, because I would never, and I don't really understand how some people will go through their life not really thinking like this, but I'm a very empathetic person, so if I know it's hurting someone else, I'm not gonna do it. I will never do something that intentionally hurts someone, because if I've been in that situation before, why would I ever want to put someone else in that situation? I know the phrase hurt people, but in my mind, if I've been hurt in that way, I would never want to cause somebody else to feel that. But hey, not everybody thinks like that. But that's just me. So I was just thinking okay, whatever I do, it's never gonna hurt nobody. I'm not doing that. I don't care no, they didn't do nothing to me. Like, and even if they did, like, I'm not about to do nothing to them. Like, that's just, I would never want to put nobody in that position. But I definitely did realize that I'm not cut out for this life, and you should not let somebody ever change who you are right here. Like, if you can let somebody change who you are so easily, then that's just not good, guys. Chat, that's just not good. Like, you really need to be confident in who you are and be confident in yourself and the love that you are putting out in the universe, to the point where if you don't get it back, you're never gonna stop giving it. Because let me think of an example. Let me think of an example. Okay, I can't think of an example, but just know that if you're giving out love, I feel like you're gonna get it back eventually, in my opinion. Like, I feel like what goes around comes around, and I feel like if you are giving out love into the world, then you're gonna get it back in some kind of way. And if people are going around being terrorists and terrorizing us and like just doing people dirty, I feel like they're gonna get that back in some way. And I just feel like that's how it works, and that's what I choose to believe. And even if not, I feel like you still have to just be a genuine person, because at the end of the day, say you had a partner, they broke your heart, and you go around and you are being all nonchalant and whatever. That's not you. That may be them, but that's not you. So you're going around and you're terrorizing other people, and you're the only one who's harboring that hurt and resentment, and they're chilling because that's who they are naturally. Like, you are trying to be something you're not. They're going around, they don't have to think about it. You have to think about, oh, I'm gonna be nonchalant. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm going to be nonchalant. I'm going to not care. You have to think about it. That comes naturally to them. You're sitting here obsessing over how you're going to not care, and that's literally caring about not caring. Because if you're naturally a lover girl, you're naturally a lover boy, those things come naturally to you, and you have to go out of your way to be nonchalant, be DTB, DTN, like, and that's so much extra energy and extra work, instead of just saying, you know what, I'm gonna be loving, and those who are meant for me will find me. Those who are not meant for me, I'm glad those people are removed from my life. Because really, you should be grateful. When someone does you dirty, that's them showing their colors. You can remove them from your life, and that's one step closer to finding people who are actually genuinely meant to be in your life and who will appreciate the love that you're giving out. But you're never gonna find those genuine people if you're just like, oh, I don't care, I'm nonchalant, don't trust nobody. You're never gonna find those people who would show you that genuine love if that's the only energy that you're giving off. And I just think you should never let anybody take you out of yourself and just make you hard, and stay soft, stay loving, because you're gonna find people who match that, and that's all you have. And I just feel like, personally, who wants to be around somebody who just acts nonchalant all the time? Because that's, y'all know, that's my biggest pet peeve. Like ew, like, why would I even want to talk to you? Like, you're boring. Like, why would I even want to speak to you? But versus someone who is kind and loving and just really good to be around, you're gonna attract people like that, and that just want to be around you. And it's not easy by any means. It is not easy, because y'all, I've been done wrong quite a few times, and I know some of y'all watching have probably been done wrong a few times. But is it stronger to be someone who gets done wrong and they stay resilient and they stay loving no matter what, or someone gets done wrong and then they go wreak havoc on the rest of society? All right, go join the rest of them. Like, okay, like, I don't feel bad for you anymore because you took the easy way out. And I'm saying this as someone who literally just, I wasn't wreaking havoc, but as someone who was like, okay, I'm gonna turn it off, like, I'm just gonna be nonchalant or whatever. I'm saying that as someone who went that route and tried that. Like, you took the easy way out. You took the road very much traveled, and that was a weak move. I personally think it takes a lot more strength to remain loving no matter what people have done to you, and that makes it the most genuine. And yeah, just don't let anybody get you outside of yourself, and just stay soft no matter what, stay loving no matter what, because love is all that matters, love is all that we have. So just don't let nobody take you out of your natural state, which is love. Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. Make sure you choose love, spread love, and be love, and I will see you guys next week.